Hi everyone, this is Wawa bringing you Noob Gaming in HD. Today I'm gonna show you a tutorial on how to Reaper harass efficiently, and I'm gonna do it here in novice right here. And I'm gonna be going up against Great Bean, also spawning as a Terran. And what's good about this Reaper harass is that it's very effective, especially in the practice league, because of this blistering rocks right here. Like, you can do a lot of damage and they won't even notice that you're harassing them already, or that your reapers are coming already. What you want to do is get your tech lab as fast as possible, but also you want your minerals and gas income to be consistent. That is basically what your main target is. You want to be consistent as much as possible. And what you want to do is get to 9 SCVs and then get your supply depot. This is actually a unit early. That's what I basically do, but some people go for 10 and then make a supply depot. You can really use this skill because in the novice section, because you have that extra SCV with you in the base, which isn't going around the map looking for enemy and harassing. This one SCV can either harvest for you or construct your buildings. Every idle or lost SCV means that you are losing income way more than you are losing a fighting unit. So after making the supply depot, go ahead and make the barracks when you have enough money, or when you have reached 12 SCVs, go for the barracks right away, and after starting with the barracks, go immediately at making the refinery. Remember that this harass is gonna depend on how much gas you can mine early in the game, because you really need that tech lab really early so that you can bring out your reapers and go harass or go scouting around the map. This harass is going to be very gas intensive, so I suggest after the refinery is done, put 2 SCVs immediately on the gas, so right after when you finish the barracks you can easily start making the tech lab, and then after that all your reapers are gonna just come out real quick and ready for combat. And as you can see right here, my tech lab is a little late, but it's still good because it's still pretty early. And when your barracks is done, go make a second supply depot with the SCV that was making barracks. Don't forget to make supply depots. This attack would fail instantly if you get supply block for like more than 40 seconds or so. So always keep in mind how much unit you have and how much supplies you have, so you won't be able to be supply blocked when your reapers come out. When your SCV is done, have him build a second refinery. As I said, this build is very gas intensive, so you would need all the gas you can get. And when you reach your 17th or 18th SCV, go ahead and upgrade your command center to a orbital command. That way you can easily look for the enemy where he spawned, especially if in this map, which is a force spawning location map, which is a pain in the butt. So it's gonna be good for you, especially for scouting and spying. And also you can use your reapers for scouting too. Actually, this is the only unit that you can scout pretty early in the game, except for overlords. Overlords are crazy now. They have a bunch of abilities that they can use to power up the entire army, so I guess it's rightly named the overlord now. So I found out that he's not spawning over here, and I put down a scan over here and he didn't spawn over here, so that leaves me only one place to look at, which is the 1 o'clock position. That's where I'm gonna put all my reapers. That's where I would focus all my attention, at least all my reapers' attention, so that if he made reapers also, I would be ready and be able to see all of his units over here, so I could get an early start going towards the enemy's base, which gives him a smaller time to react to my attack. After that, when you have extra money, just go for your second barracks and your third barracks, and then just rush ahead and making them have a tech lab, so you can use them to have more reapers too. And when you're harassing, always go for the mineral line and just go for a hit and run technique. And by the way, this is the best way to do the harass. Don't just stand there, because reapers are very fragile, but they do a lot of damage, so they can do a lot. As you can see right here, I have a mismanage of reapers, so but still I'm still doing a good job. And I saw that he has one of a reaper also, so I easily take them out. So he's quickly gonna think that this guy is going for mass reapers and he wants to end this game quick. What you want with this build is that you want to finish the game in your pace. Like, you don't want this game to last any more than 10 minutes. Because if it does, that means your Reaper Harass has failed. But it doesn't mean that you lost already, because you can easily transition your build and make a factory and go for tanks if you need it, or you can just easily go for marines and just upgrade the shield, or marauders and upgrade their slow. So yeah, it's a pretty good build, pretty good starting harass for Terran, especially in the novice maps. As we see right here, I don't think the enemy's expecting me to harass anymore, because the early harass is done. He would think that it's all over. That's what most people do after the first two Reapers. They'll suddenly stop and just try to tech up, but Reaper harass for me is just Reaper ending the game with Reapers, and I'm really, as you can see, I'm really focused on just pumping out Reapers. But Reapers are, even though they're fragile, they're really strong in numbers. As you can see right here, I'm putting down a scan, just checking if he has any units, like if he has a lot, if it can counter my attack, but seeing as he only has one barracks, he really couldn't. And that's a big mistake and a disadvantage. And as you can see, I'm sending out more Reapers. Let's look at the, sorry about that, let's look at the production tab. In the units tab, as you can see, I have 8 Reapers already. As to his one, which is not really gonna do much against my units, but I may have missed something. And I'm still producing a lot of Reapers too, as you can see, 3 at a time. So I don't know if it's gonna be able to stop me or not. And that's gonna be GG for me. Make sure that you always go for the mineral, the miners to start, because that's what's gonna make him stop the game and quit, because he's all his money is just gonna stop piling up, so he's not gonna be able to build any more units. Even though his siege tank is here, it's not really gonna do much, because I have a big number of units right now. I have this bunch of Reapers, and killing all these Reapers means like having at least 2 siege tanks with him. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that short tutorial. I hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.